another amazing video here on the culture of currency. Today we tackle a different kind of silver series as we cover the Niue Celestial Tiger coin. When we think of animals in a series, many coins come to mind, such as the Kookaburra series or the various lunar series. But the series in which today's coin comes from is unique. This coin is from a series out of Niue and actually minted by the New Zealand Mint based on the animals of the Feng Shui. So what is Feng Shui? To get that answer, we need to look at Asian culture. Feng Shui is a pseudoscience that has been practiced since ancient times. It is something that is seen in many Asian cultures, but often has a different name and slight variances within each culture. The basic idea is that we should seek balance and harmony, and can do both by organizing our life parallel to the energies around us. It is believed in this method that certain colors and materials can harmonize a space to bring it into balance, thus being parallel with the natural world. In doing this, it is said that you can connect a space with the energy that is in all living things, known as Qi, which is a movable, positive, or negative life force. Before the invention of the magnetic compass, these ancient people used the stars to create celestial maps much like other cultures did around the world. In order to connect the celestial with the terrestrial, they had to organize buildings based on the connections they saw above. We see like customs in many cultures such as the pyramids of Giza or various Native American structures. Most traditions have four main components of Feng Shui, though I have seen 5 and this silver series has 5. The 4 standard components are marked by 4 animals and colors that also signify materials, direction, and geographic structure. We have a blue or green dragon marked by the constellation that we are familiar with in Scorpio and correlated with the spring equinox and the direction of east. Second, we have a yellow bird or phoenix from the constellation Hydra with the summer solstice in the direction of south. We have the white tiger, which correlates with the constellation Pleiades and has the direction of west with the autumn equinox. And we have the black tortoise or turtle, which holds the constellation Aquarius and holds the direction north and is most associated with the winter solstice. The correlation of these animals to a direction and constellations are my understanding of why this is considered a celestial cycle. As stated before, many traditions have many variations on this idea, but we have to reference the one in hand, so the tradition we must consider is the one where there are 5 animals. In this series of coins featured by Niue, we have the dragon, which I could only find in gold form for this video. We have the yellow snake, the red phoenix, the black turtle, and the white tiger, which is our focus today. The white tiger in Feng Shui represents the west and autumn. The tiger is often depicted as the king of animals and is seen both in Feng Shui and in the lunar cycle within Asian culture. According to legend, the tail of the tiger would turn white at about 500 years old and would only appear when the emperor of the land ruled with absolute virtue or if the whole world exhibited peace. This understanding of peace, in my view, is why the white tiger was selected as one of the symbols during the recent Olympics that had the involvement of both North and South Korea. Now for a little sad information. The number of wild tigers in China is thought to be critically low and by some estimations extinct in the wild. There's an amazing effort in South Africa to breed, study, and re-establish the South tiger to try and bring back this noble animal. The last sighting was over a decade ago and just around 100 remain in zoos, so if you want an interesting read on the research and structure of a leading organization on saving this animal, go to savechinastigers.org. Now that we've covered this Feng Shui celestial cycle, we can get into the beautiful white tiger coin from Niue. Let's take a look at the front of this coin. And of course, if having a queen-centered coin isn't your cup of tea, how about a giant rendition of the queen? This is such an underwhelming example of boring. If you cannot part ties with the queen, fine. But how about adding a little bit of the back elements onto the front? Maybe a constellation, or maybe something that ties into the Asian culture in which this derives. We know it can be done because the Lunar Ox from Australia Mint put out a coin this year with a remarkable obverse. The queen is there, but also are the elements from the back of the coin. This being said, I have to score this front a 5. When it comes to the back of the coin, we have a finely tuned, well thought out, and beautiful tiger with an ornamented border. We also have a frosted background. I find the background to be in balance and love the direction of the tiger facing west as it plays into the Feng Shui we just learned about. Everything here is more than well done, and I feel as if I could see this very same depiction carved, etched, or painted in many places throughout Asia. I think this is a very appropriate depiction and think that even though it does not knock me off my feet, it does provide me with much joy, so I score it an 8. Mintage is our next category. This celestial coin, as well as the others in this series, have a limited mintage of 10,000. That is a phenomenal number and leads us to a perfect 10 score. When it comes to cultural significance, we miss the mark on the obverse of the coin, but quickly regain steam on the reverse. This reverse is so beautiful and in custom with Asian culture. In fact, look at the sculpture depicting the very white tiger that we are talking about. It faces west and has just about the same look as the one depicted on the coin. The only big problem I see is the front is lacking and the fact that Niue does not have the strongest connection to Feng Shui, but I can say that Asian culture is global, so I still think it deserves an 8 for being very significant to the topic. Collectability is our next topic. This is a coin that comes from a series that in itself is collectible. This coin is beautifully done and has a mintage of 10,000. This is the trifecta for coin collectors and brings a high value when pursuing a complete set. Therefore, I score it a 10. Uniqueness is our final category, and although there are many coins with tigers on them, mostly due to the Lunar series, this is a unique coin in its homage to the white tiger of Feng Shui and its relationship to the celestial bodies. So it is unique, yes, but next year there will be a flood of tiger coins due to 2022 being the year of the tiger. I score it an 8. This brings us to our final score and the final thoughts on this coin. Our total today comes to 49, which means this is a coin that is 1 point away from being considered elite. I will preface that I only think this coin is right for you if you love Asian culture or this theme, you want to collect this series, or you love tigers as I do. If the front was different, I would highly recommend this coin, but as it stands, I recommend this coin only under the mentioned conditions, but think that the low mintage and lackluster front could be detractors for people who stack instead of collect. Thank you for watching, and as always, please stay classy and current with the culture of currency.